Hey, welcome everybody to Comedy Cellar Nightly. We are back. We were Alexa, stop. I yell at Alexa. I don't yell at my kids. I yell at Alexa the way I want to talk to my wife. Shut up, Alexa. That's enough out of you. I should have never met you. Anyways, volume 1. Anyways, I want to welcome everybody. We got Andy Fiori, we got Nathan Macintosh, Gary Vider, we got fucking Greg Stoon, and we got Noam Duamano.
You said Andy. I don't think you pronounced Andy's last name correctly.
I didn't pronounce anybody's last name.
It was
correctly.
a pro move. He fucked up Andy's name, didn't know how to correct it, and said, "We move forward, mess everyone's name up. I won't look bad."
I'll say this: he nailed mine. He kept mine right.
Blast the screen. End the podcast.
I will be the greatest president.
We're back, baby. Listen, Andy.
Hey, bud.
Andy, what's the name?
Andy, listen, we got a great show. I mean, I was excited when Liz told me about it's we have no, there's no women and there's no minorities. I mean, this is against everything Comedy Central put out on a memo. God forbid we were trying to raise money for comics. This show. Ixnay on the white guy, eh? But it's really funny. It doesn't matter, eh? We need diversity.
There's gonna be a lot of screaming over Gary on this one.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna raise.
When am I supposed to laugh?
You're only gonna raise $13. It's fine. Just add some. Get some people. No, I'm kidding. Nobody knows us. We're all fucking pseudo famous in our own groups. We have what they call our own fan base. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But I was very excited to see this group of people tonight. And Noam, I was excited that you were gonna be here too.
Oh man.
I was excited that Noam was gonna be here. I love Noam because when he started this, that behind him was a mess. His hair was a mess. He had a dirty shirt on, but he's slowly pulling his life together behind him. The guitars are on the wall. There's no more stuff on the floor. His hair is done. His nice shirt. You look great. Things are coming together. No, I know when this virus is over, when everything is put together in that house, we're good. Now, we also know when it's not, and when Greg Stone has to sell all those fucking figurines to pay his rent.
Figurines are for girls and gays. Figures are for boys and men.
That's not that's not how those break down, is it? Figurines.
Man, I just said anything. Figurines is for children and old women who collect little like clowns.
Shame on you for believing Greg. Shame on you, Nate.
Well, when you don't hear, I don't have a lot of figure. The only one I got Muhammad Ali up there. That's all I have.
It's a hell of a figure, though.
It talks.
I'm in
Is
my
that a shotgun,
mother-in-law's
by the way?
bedroom
Was that a
right
real gun?
What?
Hang on 1 second. Gary
You might be right about the figurines.
Yeah, I wanted to chime in. I'm in my
Tangerines
mother-in-law's
are kind of gay. Margarine is kind of gay.
I think, reens are any green.
Yeah, anything. Limousines. Who takes limousines?
Nobody in this panel takes limos.
No one on this lacrosse team.
Gary, go ahead. It's your floor. Do it.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I'm probably the best athlete. If this was a lacrosse team, I'd be number one. But also, anyway, I'm in my mother-in-law's bedroom right now.
You ran?
No, yeah. So I win on top of everything. This is where my life's at. I'm at my mother-in-law's. My father-in-law, my mother-in-law's. Their whole dig in New Jersey.
So nothing's changed since coronavirus.
Yeah, exactly. Things are actually really normal for me.
You're still leeching off the in-laws.
Yeah. The only difference is they would take me to a bus stop and drive me there, and then I would hop on the bus to New York City.
So they forgave you, Gary?
Yeah, they're on board. They know their daughter's a little bit nuts.
What happened? Yeah.
What did they forgive?
Pregnant. That's what happened. They got no choice.
At one point, Noam loves bringing this up. At one point, my wife and I were going to get divorced. That was a big thing. Now she's pregnant. So no, but that's not the reason why we're not getting divorced. But we were going to get divorced. It was a big thing, seeing marriage counselor and everything, the whole 9 yards. Noam told me to get out of it. I stayed with it. Had a couple of hot weeks on my own. The wife doesn't know about it, but I came back and we're all together. Everything's going great.
Andy, I'm 1 second. I'm sorry. Andy, do you have a fever or are you just red?
You know what I did?
So red.
I just brought up like 4 bags of groceries and a big thing of water up from my car downstairs, up like 4 flights of stairs. I'm a little flushed.
Yeah, you maybe take your temperature, all right? We don't.
Can I tell the best Gary? Can I tell the best Gary wedding story, the marriage story, the PlayStation 4 story, or no?
I give you permission. Don't ask him. Tell the story.
Yeah. Oh man, it's one of my favorite things any human being has ever said to me. It was when you first got married. You went. I was like, yeah, I got married. I was like, I got to get engaged. And she said if I bought her a ring, I can get a PS4. And then you bought her the ring. She got engaged, and she said to you, well, since we're married, we're sharing money. I don't think we can afford a PS4. And you didn't get the PS4.
Oh yeah, I wound up buying it on my own. I had to wait 2 years. The ring sent me back.
A PS4 is a gaming system, Noam.
Yeah. Noam's like,
Noam is an adult. He doesn't know what he doesn't know what a fucking gaming system. And
I know what a PS4 is.
What is it?
PlayStation 4.
Ooh.
He's got kids.
Yeah, I guarantee you.
An
assistant just Googled that.
I have a 25-year-old who's still playing video games.
That's true, and works at GameStop. Well, used to.
Yeah, used to.
Now, that's a funny thing, Noam. Now he used to live on his own. Does he back home on this?
Now?
Yes.
No, when I decided I was shutting down the house, I gave him a choice. I said, you got to either call in sick. I said, Nicholas, they're going to close GameStop in a few days. Just call in sick. They can't really fire you for anything COVID related. Or if you leave, you can't come back. I said, once we shut down the house, you can't come back.
I like it.
And he decided to go. So now he's trying to get back in the house, but I got him.
He got his hand on the glass like that little kid from Scrooge.
It's like those apocalypse movies where they shut the big doors.
I didn't realize till this moment it is kind of funny.
Your tauntaun will be dead before the 4th marker.
Oh, I told him he'd have to quarantine himself for 14 days at the Ardsley Acres Motel before I let him come home, because that was the advice that was accepted at the time that this began. But since then, it's turned out that 50% of the people are asymptomatic. So now I told him he can't come home at all.
Is he at the hotel that just had a shootout because of crack cocaine and prostitution? Is that the hotel you got him at?
He doesn't care about the prostitution.
Oh God, no.
Actually, so he was there for 21 days, and then they told him he had to leave, and so now he's at a different motel. I don't know what to do, but I can't. I can't take the chance. What if he has it?
Can I suggest something to you?
Yeah.
Take his temperature, get him tested.
And then he can come stay with you.
And I need the money. He can rent the shed out. How much?
Deal.
$500 a week.
A week.
Wait, how much you paying for the motel?
$80 a day.
$80 a day.
$81.
I'll do it.
81. You got to pay for food. 1 meal a day. I'll give him another meal. He'll get 2 meals a day. One from me, one from you.
An hour of rec time as well.
I'll give you $100 a day if he can stay with you.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Do you think he's sick?
I don't know that he's sick, but to be serious for a second. So you guys, some of you may know the story. So Hatem, who does, is a longtime member of the Comedy Cellar before most of you guys were there, before all you guys were Robert. So, and you've seen him. He's for the last 2 years, he's been walking around with that briefcase, that kind of, I forget what it's called, but it keeps his heart pumping. You know this guy?
Yeah.
So he finally, like a week ago, he got, the best news ever. They called him and said that a heart. He finally has a heart, and they're going to do a transplant. And they're going to even get a special approval from the federal government to get the heart tested for coronavirus, and him to, that was a whole thing. Like you wouldn't believe, and this all happened, and he got a transplant, and he's recovering, and he's doing great. And 3 days later, he's diagnosed with coronavirus.
Ah, geez.
So, you know, the point being that he in the transplant wing of the hospital, these magic protocols, washing your hands and all this, it doesn't work. You know, I mean, it lowers the odds, but it's not a sure thing. So, like, I'm worried about him, although he got on one of these government test programs for remdesivir. I forget exactly what's called, that the Ebola drug. So hopefully that's going to help him. And but I'm nervous. You know, I'm almost 60 years old. I'm nervous about you know, this 25-year-old coming home. I'm waiting for them to get one of these 15. Abbott has a 15-minute test. So the plan is, like, in a week or two, when they finally have these 15-minute tests, to go to the office, let him take the test, and then come straight home. In the meantime, he's alone in a room. He's okay.
And that is Noam, aka the brakes of the funny bus. No. I'm sorry. I had to do that one for the people.
Go on with your jokes.
I had to do that. I just don't want to become a comedy benefit.
By the way, speaking of comedy benefits, can I ask you guys something? This can't possibly be accurate, but I'm gonna show it to you anyway. Where is it? Fuck me.
I haven't got laid in a long time. I'll come over.
Yeah.
I'm clean if you're clean. I got a shed.
Hey.
Oh,
Esty.
Hey.
So here is.
Hi, Esty.
Hey, Esty.
Hello. Sorry, there was too much traffic.
This is from the Laugh Aid. This is from the Comedy Central Laugh Aid site. It says they raised $20,000.
No,
that can't be right.
They raised $300,000, over $300,000, I believe. I believe it's over there. That might be like a stuck there or something.
Yeah.
No, that's how much you gave.
Generous.
I believe I heard that they gave they made over $300,000, which is what Bert Kreischer made on one show. No.
He was really funny.
Joe,
he was with me, and they were hilarious together.
I thought Bert Kreischer, I haven't watched it, but I heard he was with Adam Sandler and he bombed.
Oh, it was brutal.
What?
I tried to watch it yesterday. It was not, you know.
Adam Sandler was teasing him because he asked him, "What is your favorite movie that you did?" And Adam Sandler didn't want to answer that.
Right.
But no, it was really all good in good spirit.
I heard he bombed, Esty, and you're a smart, and I know you're a good person, but in the comedy world, and I love Bert, and Adam Sandler's one of my favorite, and you know, I heard he took a hot one, and he was kind of, but in a funny way.
I didn't see it that way at all.
Well, Esty, that's not the funny way to go, because now the conversation, now all the fun's fuck. So why don't you join Noam? Break on the funny bus. Let's talk about Hatem again. I mean,
oh wait, Robert,
yeah,
wait.
yeah,
Here,
buddy.
I got it here. I think.
I don't think it was 20,000.
No, it was over 300 when Papa was hosting.
Yeah, 300. And then money started being taken back.
He's the reason I've been writing movies that have never been made, but I love his movies. I love everything about this guy.
Okay.
Without further ado, the guy that defined all our personalities, Adam Sandler.
My God, that was unbelievable.
Adam, have you ever heard of Bert? He doesn't think you know who he is.
I've seen Bert, right?
Got it. That's all I need. That's all I need.
I've seen you, Comedy Club or something, or I've seen you on TV. That's great.
The one guy shirtless. You want to hear a cool story, Adam, real quick?
Yeah, tell me.
Back in 1995, you did a show at Powwow at Florida State. Do you remember that?
Sure.
You hung out and then smoking weed with a bunch of girls. One of the girls I was dating at the time, she came to my place. We were throwing a party and she was like, "You need to leave this place right now and come with us." And I was like, "No, not going to happen." And she was like, "Shut up and leave right now."
You guys want to see more of this?
Yes.
The next morning, she called me. She was, "You dickhead, you could have partied with Adam Sandler." Bro, I have regretted that every fucking day of my life.
Tonight's our night, buddy.
Wait, how old are your kids?
I got 11 and 13.
13 and 15. I'm teaching my 13-year-old how to be a pickpocket. That's all I got.
Oh, that's good.
That's gonna watch. We're gonna watch your movie, Precious Gems, soon. Precious Gems soon.
What?
Oh yeah. That'll be. I don't know if they're gonna like.
Bro, I showed them Happy Madison. You know, and like not every movie translates. They watch Ace Ventura and the girls go, "Are we laughing because he's special needs?" I go, "No, that's not the joke, guys."
Yeah, good. Thanks, man. I know fucking Ace destroyed in my house, to be honest. My kids love Carrie more than they love anybody. And then
the movie's really good. You have Netflix?
Yes.
Hey Big Boy streaming right now. It's my new hour special.
Oh yeah, all right. I'll check it out. I'll check it out late tonight, buddy.
I got a great. So Fred Savage goes to my kids' school when they're very young, right? And he's a great fucking dad. He's a great dad. He's down there playing with the kids, and all the moms. You know how they do it around celebrities. All the moms are like, "Oh my God, Fred Savage is the greatest dad." I'm a broke comic, and I go, "That's pretty crazy considering who his dad is." And they're like, "Wait, who's his dad?" I go, "Randy Macho Man Savage." And they're like, "Shut the fuck up." So it didn't play well with Fred.
Okay.
Hey, I had a question I wanted to ask. If you could have one movie that was the funnest to shoot, doesn't matter what movie, just go back and have that be your set every day for the rest of your life, your Groundhog's Day, like we're all living. What movie was the funnest to shoot that you would shoot every single day for the rest of your life? Go
I
ahead.
have no answer for that. I got no idea. I never thought about that. And I never will. And I hated that question. I hated that question.
I think we got the point.
Esty.
That's hilarious.
Let me tell you something. I gotta give Bert credit. We gotta give Bert credit. Hang on 1 second. Esty, hang on. All right, you, Esty, hang on, Esty. One person at a time. This isn't a CB radio. Listen. Listen, this is why Esty's the best, because in anybody's down, she will find the good part of what happened. And Bert, if that was me, I would have lost. I would have been like, "Go fuck you." I would have ruined it. I would have burned a bridge. Bert, you got to give him credit. We'll fucking plow through it and keep going. I would have panicked and just hung up the fucking button. I would have been, "I'm out," and then I would have quit comedy. Bert he kept going and he kept plowing through the fucking thing. So I do give him credit, but that's fucking the greatest ever. This is the problem. You don't put famous comics that don't know each other together for the first time publicly, because we all know each other. We all can have fun and fuck with each other,
even if we don't know each other's names. But go ahead, Robert. Go ahead.
I know, dude. I know Andy Fiori's name.
You just read it. I watched your eyes go, Andy. Andy Fiori. I saw your eyes literally go, Fiori.
You know what they call you, and you know what they call you in Italy? A rat.
Yeah, Corluzzo.
I was helping you. Give me my real name. I don't want people filling out tax documents for me.
Andy, I'm a little nervous. You're still red.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying myself. It's warm in here.
I'm enjoying myself.
You know what I saw too on that night? I remember it was like, I think I was watching Joe Coy and Bob Saget, and Joe, I mean, was like, "Yeah, I remember the time that you fucked me." And he's like, "Huh?" And he's like, "Yeah, you brought me." And he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And it's like, dude, not now. Don't bring it up now.
Yeah.
That he did some mean shit to you when you were coming up. This is not the time, because Saget was like, "Oh, I apologize."
What was the thing that he said he did?
I wasn't listening. I was doing.
He said that I saw. It said that Joe Coy was emceeing at the Comedy Store, and he's about to bring up Robin Williams. It was like the greatest dream of his life to bring up Robin Williams. And just when he's about to do it, Saget comes up and said, takes the mic and says, I'll bring Robin up," and just crushed him.
Oh,
that was the story.
Yeah. I stopped listening. I was looking at his teeth were fucking mesmerizing me. Joe has the best teeth in the business. I want to find that dentist.
So listen, this comedy gives back. I just got to think. So first of all, if you raise $300,000, that's better. But even that, it should be more, right? I mean, they did that GoFundMe for the Cellar staff. It raised $60,000.
60?
60,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you put me on as a waiter at the Cellar?
I put Nicholas on. Louis gave $10,000. Amy gave a few thousand. John Mayer. A lot of people gave real money.
I'm gonna give $100 right now.
But anyway, so the comedy gives back. I have it here. Figured you guys would be interested in comedians who watch, and maybe and you know, I like to share screens, but you have to have been working a comedian for at least 1 year, having made a minimum of 12,000 and no more than 70,000 as a stand-up comedian. So I guess I can't.
Greg's out.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of comedians? Is there a lot of comedians in year one making 12 grand?
Dude.
And you have to show proof of canceled shows. Esty can get you proof of anything you need. So you can get $500 immediately. I guess that's something, and then you can, you know, create a case for a bigger grant. Or
so basically, any MC and middler can get access to this. But if you're a headliner.
Greg, you want to put our info together? Get $500 bucks?
It's crazy. 3 years ago, I made $8 grand. 2 years ago, I was working on the break. I made 71 grand. So either way, I can't get in this. This year is just who the hell knows what's happening with my life. But I think I'm out on both ends.
And where is this money? Is it LA? Is it all of us, the comics in the East Coast too, or are they going to just do that to LA people?
Well, they had the LA comics. Sam Morril was on, and you know, a lot of our comics were on too. There was a fairly nice mix.
Esty, what did they do? Like, what did Sam do? Just exactly what Bert and Adam did?
Well, actually, Sam and Taylor Thompson, you know, the new couple, and they're on Instagram posting their relationship. And so both of them were together, and was more of that. No, you said that. No, you lied to that. It wasn't bits.
So
Ray Romano was in his wife's closet. And you know how you write when you get an idea for whatever bit it is, and you just sentence. He was going through a sentence and trying to make a bit out of it. That was nice. Some of them were very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, I think it's great. And I really, you know, we bust balls and stuff like that. And, you know, but it is great that when the comedy community.
MC'd the first part.
No.
Bob Saget. Oh, no. Howie Mandel did the first part.
Right.
And then it was Bob Saget. Then there was Whitney. Then was Tom Papa. And then I decided to go to sleep.
So, Robert.
You went to sleep at Tom Papa?
By the way,
I'm
sorry, Attell and Jeff Ross were on doing the
bumping mics.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I can't watch Tom Papa anymore because I'm on the whole 30, and when he starts to make bread, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
He did. So, he was making bread.
Yeah, I can't. I'd have to shut off.
So just to get through it, so they raised around $300,000. You say? So at $500 a person, Robert, that would be.
Are you asking me?
I'm kidding. At $500 a person, that's like 6,000. That's 6,000. And I guess 6,500 or something. If it's 350,000, it's 6,000 different $500 chunks. So there's not 6,000 comics, are there? Am I doing math wrong?
600.
No, 600 times 500
right?
Would be 50. Would be 300. Would be 30,000, right?
That's what I said.
Yeah. Dude, I'm in a shed. Okay, you're in a mansion. You're in a mansion with guitars on the wall. I have no idea.
I was just gonna start saying numbers. 25-2. That's 25-2.
Dude, that's 16 plus 5 carry the one. That's around 55 comics. It is good though that comics did come together, because I don't remember the last time that's ever happened. When did comics just band together that quick, put something together to raise money for other comics? Esty, has that ever happened before? Esty?
Oh no, he's right. It is 600.
Esty.
600 comics, yeah.
Nobody's Nobody's listening. Noam's just figuring out math problems. Esty.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought 6,000. So it seems like such a small number, 600.
Is that working?
I don't know what was the final tally, but when I stopped watching, it was 300,000.
I think
so. Maybe they raised more. I don't know.
Who decides where the money goes? Like,
That's
is it
interesting.
you do,
I don't know.
Bobby?
I do. Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you.
It's those three
$100.
girls, Jody Lieberman and the other two girls. They are the one that created Comics Give Back.
Well,
So,
it's good. It's good that they did that. It's good that they did that. And, you know, they did get the top selling comics with a lot of fans. And that's what they want to do. It's like, let's get the people, Whitney, Bert, you know, Burr, all these people out there, Adam Sandler. And of course, you know, and they sprinkled in some other people, which is great. And they raised money for stand-up comics, you know what I mean? Which is great. I mean, I could use a little of that, but whatever you're going to do, I'll just die on a vine.
Bobby, you look good.
What? You
look good.
Oh, thank you very much.
Are you thinning out?
Yeah, I have no choice. I can't afford food. Well, can I ask a question? How are you guys holding up? I mean, it's week 3, I think, almost week 4, right? Or something like that, right? Is it week 4?
Start of week
are you guys, I mean, are you guys still, I mean, are you scared? Are you waking up in the middle of the night? Are you freaking out about what might happen? Or are you just keeping are you still positive, having fun? Yes, Greg. Of course it was you. I knew it'd be you.
Well, I have my hand. I wanted that when you do hand raising in Zoom, I think it's more appropriate. That's how you know when to go.
Yes.
Man, every day I'm on the edge of like the happiest I've ever been because I'm spending time with my wife, and that's nice. And like I'm getting like there's no stress of stand-up, which is always there, of like I'm not working hard enough, I'm not doing this. And then crippling fear right after that of my life is over. You're not going to get past next month. Where's the food coming from? But like, it's this weird, I got to say, it's like, at first it was like with comedy, there's a million stresses. Now there's just one stress, which is like survive, you know, like I have bad asthma. It's like, just don't die. And that's all you got to really worry about. So it's kind of like a.
Yeah, Michael Che just posted that his grandmother died, and he's like really obviously sad, but he's also really angry.
Yeah.
You know?
It makes sense.
Esty, did his grandmother really die?
Yeah, he posted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he posted it today.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, this is the weird thing is like when it first happened, it was like nobody, you all right?
Me? Yeah.
When it first happened, I was like, I don't know anybody with it. And all of a sudden now it's starting to, now it's getting closer and closer every fucking day. It's getting closer and closer.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, Greg, I wake up with that. There is a thing about not having to make it.
Yeah.
The relief.
You have an excuse now.
Yes, Esty.
That's an excuse. I didn't have any gigs. No, what did you want? It's
HBO special. COVID. That's why it's not happening. COVID.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I think the unknown of how long this is going to go on is the worst part right now.
Yeah.
You can't plan anything. Okay, we're going to be out for a month. Then you have a time frame in your mind, you know, and you can plan. But if this goes 2-3 months, then what?
Yeah, it's tough.
And what's happening? What's happening with me is, you know, last night I was I was in the other room and I heard my kid talking to my wife and he's like, I hate this virus. I hate it. And he was like almost crying.
Oh my God.
He's like, I just want to see my friends. I just want to play with my friends. When can I go? This house is so boring. And it's like, it's getting to him. Like,
yeah.
At first he was like, okay. And like, I talked to Noam today and like Noam has other kids that the kids can play with.
I know.
You know, we are doing everything we can to be with Max. I mean, I'm playing with him. She's playing. We're hugging and loving and goofing and you know, almost to the point in the last couple of days. I don't know if you've ever got this, Noam or Esty, and no one else has a kid, but I've gotten this crazy giggles I can't, he makes me laugh so much. I'm giggling out like I'm being tickled, but he's doing bad things, like things he's supposed to not do. And it's making me laugh so much that I can't, he thinks it's funny. And I'll be like, stop, but I'm fucking cracking up. And he just keeps doing it. And I don't know if I'm going crazy in my head or I'm losing my mind or what, but it's hard, you know, hearing that from your kid and trying to make any of this make sense to him, because it's going to get on him like it's getting on me, you know.
I was telling Noam earlier that today I did not have a good day. It just, everything didn't fit right. And I start to worry more and, you know, anticipate the doom, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I hoped it's only a day, you know?
Yeah.
But,
it's okay to have those too. I think you have to just let those happen and then know that, like,
you know what my grandson said? I'm sorry.
Oh.
He's watching the news and the corona and people dying, whatever. And first of all, you know, they always worry kids. Oh, what's going to happen if it happens to me? You know, I said, no, you're young, you'll have a Tylenol and you'll be fine, and chicken soup and you'll be fine. And he looks at me, he says, you're going to be fine. 100-year-old woman recovered from corona. You'll be fine. He says, you have a small chance, but you'll be fine.
Like, optimistic.
That's the thing that freaks everybody out, is just watching the news. If you keep watching it, it's like you have to like time it out where it's like, you know, put in like half an hour a day max. But if you're overdoing it, it winds up just like crushing you. So it's like I reduce my time on the news so much that's been helpful of just like getting on with the day. But it is tough because it's like you constantly hear about bad things like Che.
Hey guys, how do you like the story about the tiger that has corona now?
Oh yeah, exactly.
My grandson was asking if they make ventilators for tigers.
The tiger thing honestly freaks me out because now I'm like, it's really dumb, but I'm like, I got a Chihuahua. I'm like, can I walk this dog anymore? Or am I gonna?
Yeah, you thought animals were safe.
Yeah, and I'm gonna walk a dog. She's gonna get corona, and then with her tiny little cute face, lick me, and now I'm dead because of a 5-pound dog.
Dogs can get it.
What well, if a tiger can get it, what can't get it? Like, what animal can't
and
get it? You know?
He got it
from
my great zinger. One of the zookeepers. So another way, he transferred some people to animals.
Yeah,
you know,
the tiger got it anally.
Hello.
Noam, wake up.
Oh, this I was gonna say. So you guys talking about Gary? You're saying not watch the news. Do any of you guys have people in your family?
A little bit less. Just do a
little. But do you have anybody in your family that texts you?
Yes, we all have a brother. We talked about this.
We do. My brother every day. Greg, this is my brother now, okay? Maniac. I can't even, sometimes I just have to put my phone down because this is my brother now. He's like, come home right now because America and China are going to go to war and you're going to die in the middle of it. And I'm like, stop, man. I can't. I'm already not walking a Chihuahua, for God's sake. Like, I can't listen to China-America war stuff, you know?
Yeah, but doesn't he know Canada has to be on our side if we go to war with China?
This is what I tell him. I go, he's like, the world's coming to an end. I go, well, guess what? Nova Scotia is also fucked. Nova Scotia's not going to float under the ocean and fucking live. We're all dead. Then. Like, what's it matter, you know?
I woke up in the morning. It says,
fine.
Newfoundland will make it.
I wake up in the morning. It says, new text message from your brother. I click on it. Just says 3,000 dead.
Yes.
It's just how I wake up.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks, buddy.
He sends me news from around the world. Like when the prime minister in England got it, he's like, look, he goes, you think you're better than Boris Johnson? I go, what that means? What do you want me to do?
Hey, no.
Actually, I do think I'm better than Boris Johnson.
You know, Boris Johnson at first poo-pooed the social distancing and I'm going to shake hands or whatever. And now he's in ICU.
Expensive,
yeah.
Siri, Google Boris Johnson.
Pregnant also has it.
Who has it?
His girlfriend, who is pregnant.
Yeah.
Has it.
Trudeau's wife has it. I just remembered that. So Trudeau has it. There's no way Trudeau doesn't have it as well.
They're probably off it now, right? They had it like
they had it. That was a while. That was in the beginning. Yeah.
they were OG.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, good. All right, they beat it.
I think Tom Hanks must be okay.
Yeah, Hanks is good.
I haven't heard from him in a minute, though.
What?
I haven't heard from him. Is he tweeting?
Well, he calls me every Thursday.
Tom Hanks calls him, yeah.
Yeah, we, you know, family gotta stay together.
It's funny. Me and Gary were just texting about this exact same. We were like, we should get a big Zoom hang together. Literally hours ago, we were texting, and here we are.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were gonna be on.
We're saying we were talking about how there are tough days, just trying to get through it. But like, you know, everybody has a tough day. It's like we're in isolation, no matter where you are. Even if you're with like a couple people, you're still isolated.
Can I just say?
I'm gonna celebrate either Easter. I know my uncle, my family, we're gonna have it on Zoom.
Nice.
And have a Passover thing.
Yes, I'm celebrating Easter. We have an egg hunt in the backyard. I was thinking of actually talking to Noam and maybe doing a Zoom iPhone phone thing where we could have the kids run around the backyard.
We're gonna do the beginning, and then everybody's gonna have their dinner. But you know, one cousin is in California, one is in Washington, one is and my uncle at 88, 89 is all by himself. It's terrible.
Can I get in on that egg hunt?
Huh?
I want in on the egg hunt. I'm all by myself. I'm alone.
So I have to run around with a cell phone on Zoom.
Like a metal detector. Go left, go right, and you got to kind of figure it out.
Yeah, God forbid you run around outside with your kids. I mean, we're in a pandemic. Yes.
If my kids don't want to do it, I say it's for Max.
Well, if they don't want to do it, of course I don't want them to do it. But I would, if they were into it, then you do it. If your kids are like, no, fuck Max. No, I don't want those kids talking to my kids.
Well, the real problem is, Noam, you're going to run into your other son out there trying to get in the house. You know,
you better keep those
with a little aim stop lanyard.
He's going to swing in through a window.
His other kid's going to steal the food.
They should remake Home Alone with Noam keeping his kids out of the house. And he's just swinging pipes at him.
On the outside.
The family's home alone.
Yeah.
The family's trying to keep their son out.
You guys are horrible. This poor kid is stuck in a motel.
Let him in. Open the door. Open the fucking door and stick him in the basement.
Don't let him into to the right wing. You know, keep him in the east wing.
Yeah, we can't keep him in solitary anywhere. Slip a meal through the crack of the door once a day.
Yeah, put him in the room right behind you. There's an extra room over there.
No, I think the central air will carry it across the house.
Can I ask you? I know you talk to a lot of very, and I mean this in a very serious way, very intellectual people, correct? Is there any truth to China-America war?
I mean,
no,
of course not. We're not going to.
Yes.
A war over what?
Well, here's the okay. Let me run through the text with you. Because China lied to a degree about the severity of the virus, and the virus has almost sunk the world. America could go, yo, you almost fucking killed us, so we will destroy you.
No.
Fucking Canadians.
It's like a car accident. Like it's like getting into a car accident and then showing up at their house the next day and bashing their head in.
Fucking Canadians.
That happens.
Canadians are so fucking. You're so fucking nervous about people fighting. Relax. Nobody's gonna fight. All right. Nobody. We're all just trying to fucking. You got
the first thing that happened on this thread was you pulled a gun on all of us.
Because I'm a goddamn American. That's why.
Exactly. That's why I'm scared. Is that a real gun, by the way?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Was that the one you got from Calta? Did he send it?
Yeah, he sent the gun. I drove an hour and 10 minutes to Point Jervis, New York.
Oh, I know it.
A beautiful, really, it's a gun store, but the only reason why they're open is because they're a FedEx. They have FedEx in there. So that's essential.
Yeah.
The gun place isn't, but she gets to stay open because of the FedEx. And then you walk in and there's just a fucking row of rifles and shotguns and handguns. This was amazing to me. He shipped the gun through an FAA or something like that. You have to be certified to send it to another certified person. I walked in, and if your record's clean, you give me a license. You fill out a form, and within seconds they get a response. He's good from the from the feds, right? And they were like, great, $45 exchange fee. The gun registered under my name, and I walked out the door. No, nothing. No little. I thought I'd get a badge. I don't know. I thought I'd get something.
Sheriff.
I don't know, something like, you know.
If you didn't bring your own bag, then
like, this is my gun. I like with a certified something.
How much is it? How much is that?
How much is this gun?
Yeah.
That gun is probably around $500 new. But
Wow.
it's a very special gun because it's a
shotgun.
If the handle was a pistol grip, it's 20 years in jail. But because it's a bird, they call it a bird's head grip. It's legal. It just falls between the lines. So it's actually a good gun for home defense. It's a great gun for home defense. And for like my wife, you know, she can't do a big shotgun, but if somebody, I tell you what,
I thought you meant defense against your wife. I swear I thought take my wife right out.
I'm gonna play this on my in 5 months when everything's still and I'm on. They're doing a Netflix documentary on me, and they're like, "Why did he kill his wife?" And they cut back to, "No, it's for self-defense." No,
it's fine.
No joke. Today, I was about to go pick it up, and I looked out down my driveway, and there was like a shitty, I don't know, Mazda with tinted windows, and a guy got out with a black mask, black goggles, looked like a fucking assassin. Goes to I'm not kidding, going to his trunk, and I literally was like, I went, Dawn, and she comes up, what? You know, I'm trying to save her life, and she's still fucking got an attitude. What? And I go, Dawn, get Max. And the guy's walking up, and all of a sudden I see Amazon bags. I was like, oh my God.
I get the gun.
I thought you were going to say Dawn's the name of the gun.
No, this guy, I mean, a big black, one of those, covers your whole face with black goggles, black gloves.
Balaclava, I think that's called.
Yes.
Balaclava, yeah.
And he scared the shit out of me because I don't know what the fuck. And then I didn't know that she actually got a delivery through, because you can't with Amazon. It's like hitting the jackpot when you go to Amazon for food and you get a day. It's like you won a fucking prize, right? So I was legitimately like, what the and I was like, hey, who are you? And he's like, oh, I got Amazon. And he dropped it. He actually stopped until I backed up like 5 feet. Then he walked up and put the stuff down. That's where we're at.
Did I show you what I've been wearing?
Shoot him?
Yeah.
Let's see it, baby.
Yeah, what have you been wearing?
So, for the safety,
All right, remember Esty is here, please.
I lost I don't know if anyone can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can see you too.
We can hear you, yeah.
This and then I got a ball gag.
Oh,
This and a
boy.
ball gag goes in there, and we're pretty good. It's too sexual.
It doesn't cover your mouth.
No, the ball gag goes in there.
Oh, what was I thinking?
That's not like, yeah. I walked into the gun store today with a mask on.
Really?
And they looked at me like, all right, relax. Like, but I'm like, fuck you. I don't,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm not, I don't give a fuck. I don't know if you got it. You don't know if you got it. You don't know if the last guy that was just in there had it and his heirs. I can't, you know what I mean? I didn't spend the last 4 weeks in quarantine to catch it because I was insecure about wearing a mask.
Them in quarantine so I could get a goddamn shotgun. That's what I did.
Yeah, the owner of that store is just shooting Corona out of the air. Like, I got it.
The guys at the gun store didn't seem too phased.
They really didn't. They were like, all right, you're at a gun store, pussy. All right, someone bring up some stats. We need Noam back. He's fading. Noam.
I'm just a little depressed. Go ahead.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ.
You feel so bad.
Hang on, let me,
that got me in the chest.
I know. That's why, yeah.
I think this week, today, and yesterday was a breaking point for a lot of people. Yesterday, I was really down in the dumps.
There you go, Noam. How's that?
Third, fourth week, everybody's starting to feel a little.
That's Boris Johnson's girlfriend. How's that?
Hey, all right.
She's
Harry Simons.
She's smoking. Look at her. And she's English. Look at her
She's
teeth.
21. How old is this woman?
Those are American teeth. Those are American healthcare teeth.
Nice little snaggle in there.
That was good. That tooth feels better.
No, why are you depressed, buddy?
I mean, it's just getting to me. It's like, well,
Besides-
hearing Michael Che's grandmother upset me, and then another person's father I know died, and it's
Yeah, I'm not having a good day either.
That was me all day yesterday. I was down in the dumps all day yesterday.
Yeah, I was down this morning. I was pretty down this morning, and then I did I actually had to tell my therapist today. I was like, look, man, I don't know if I can afford you anymore. Sorry. Because
I had that talk too. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I'm gonna have to maybe go on fucking Lexapro or something, because I can't afford
if you want afford it. After all the money he made on Gary Goldman's special, he'll probably be okay.
First of all, that was the other. Yeah, Gary didn't use that therapist. He used the other one.
Oh.
That wasn't Alan?
No, he used the TV good-looking one.
Oh, I thought that was really Alan.
No, that wasn't Alan. Alan looks like Alan.
So was that an actor playing Alan?
No.
But they had Alan's name.
Yeah, he followed Alan around for 3 weeks trying to get in the role of the character.
Alan, I think he switched therapists at one point and went to that guy.
Oh.
I believe.
Has every single one of us been to Alan before?
We've all been down. I think I was one of the originals, though. I mean, I remember when who was it? Dustin Chafin. I had a therapist who he had these two big Akitos dogs. Those, they look like lions.
Mm.
They're very aggressive. They really are just aggressive. They look like little mini lions. He would sit in therapy like this, and he had two on each side, like a fucking villain. Like he was a prince.
Ozymandias.
And they would growl at me like, "Ugh," and they would come over to me, "Ugh," and he'd be like, "You're okay. They won't bite. You're fine." And I'm just sitting there shaking the whole time. Yeah, my father used to hit me.
Jeremy got the Tiger King as a therapist.
It was a fucking nightmare.
That was the day Bobby said, "If I ever get $500, I'm buying a gun."
So
What's so great about Alan?
Well, I went to Alan. I told I was done with this therapist, and very expensive. And someone told me, Dustin Chafin says, Alan works on a scale. So wherever you are, and he does comedians because he knows that our careers go up and down. So when you can afford him, he'll, of course he'll be there. And he actually said to me today, we'll work something out, which that's why I love him to death. But I went to him the first day I went to him. I said, listen, he started asking me questions about my relationship with my wife. And I go, listen, not for nothing, you're not making me into a pussy. He goes, you already are. You're here. He goes, real men don't do therapy. I was like, you're good. You're good. And I've been with him for over 10 years. It's gonna be 12 years. So I kept telling people about him, and all of a sudden, my rule is this: I show up on time and I don't cry with 5 minutes left. Because there's many a times where I'm at tears and I go out and somebody's sitting there going, "Hey, what's up, man?" It's like I know half the people in the waiting room.
Yeah, it felt like a green room. That's why I stopped going to Alan.
Yeah, I stopped going. Same reason.
Seaton goes to Alan?
No, I just said his name by accident. I was trying to come up with a good name, and he has one of the best names in comedy. And I just said, but I realized we were talking about therapy, and I shouldn't have said that. I should have said one of these knuckleheads, but I forgot their names.
I went and I stopped going too. I couldn't take it.
You kind of look like you need to go, Gary. You look like you're really falling apart over there, man.
Yeah, I went to marriage counseling. That helped me out more than anything.
Marriage counseling is shit.
For comics, you share the psychiatrist and a therapist. They share an accountant. I mean, how many people are going to the same accountant?
Yeah, I got this guy, and I think he's taking all of us to the cleaners.
Which guy?
His name?
I got the same guy Vecchione's got.
Oh.
No, isn't it?
Everybody. I mean,
what's his name?
It's tax season.
I can't remember his name.
I think it's Altman.
Altman?
Harvey. Oh, I like that guy. That's the other guy.
Harvey, right?
I love Harvey.
Yeah, Harvey's good.
I love Harvey. Harvey's great. Harvey's
Greg,
great.
you would agree to anybody there. Yeah, he's great. I love that guy.
That guy I just send him my things. I don't want to take me out.
These two guys know so much about you guys. I don't know how comfortable I would be. They know about your moods, you
finances,
your priorities, your feelings, your money.
Yeah. When I first saw Harvey, he wanted to see my set. He was like, I'd like to, we could see if we could take you on. Could you send me your set? And I sent it to him, and he was like, I think we could work together. And I was like,
No, he comes to the comedy cellar.
Does he pay full price, SD?
Huh?
Does he pay full price?
Jesus Christ, no.
No.
What's wrong with you?
I know he does, but he always makes a point of mentioning who he is and who his clients are.
Can I make
a write off every time he goes there? He's dealing with clients.
Well, Esty and I can tell you some story. It's just amazing the people who come there with millions of dollars who really go through a real effort to try to make sure they don't pay the cover charge.
It's so disgusting. It's not even funny. Noam and I had a conversation about it, and Noam really doesn't care this much. It bugs the heck out of me. It really does.
I actually enjoy it because it's worth $20 for me to see Bud Friedman, not wanting to pay the cover charge.
No, it just. I always feel that this is borderline taking advantage, because a lot of them show up when Noam even is not there, in the pretense that they are friends, and they don't pay.
Well, it's all right.
It is so ugly. This is really ugly.
They just want to feel special, you think?
I hate when
they're cheap.
I hate when fans do it.
Cheap.
And I don't mean just Jewish people.
I hate when you've been outside the cellar and a couple will come up and they're like, oh my God, Robert Kelly, you're our favorite. We love you so much. You're so funny. We loved you and this and that. And they're like, thanks so much. You take a pic. Yeah, I'll take a pic. Oh, it's great. Hey, you think I can get us in? Because the lines, it's sold out. It's like,
always,
cocksuckers.
Well, that's actually somebody trying to get in. I get it,
Yeah, but the accolades are all dead. I did that. I did it.
To pay. To pay.
Yeah.
They're taking money out of his pocket and the false pretense of being his friend.
And who knew I would need it? Who knew I would actually come to need it? If I had every one of those fucking cover charges I picked up now.
Yeah.
Hey, it's funny you bring that up, Noam, because, people think that, look, if you're not a struggling poor comic, if you're making it, or if you have money, that this is somehow not going to affect you. In fact, it affects me the way it affects Noam, the way it affects a comic who doesn't have that much money, because it's all relative, because you have a life that depends on this money. So
I was talking to Robert about that today. I think it's worse. Like depending on your savings, like if you make $150,000 a year, so you expand your lifestyle, you get a house, you have a couple of kids, you have lessons and childcare and all of it, and then you lose all that money all of a sudden. You have a nut of $150,000 a year that you now have to service. If you're just like making very little money and have an apartment for $800 a month and basically living hand to mouth, and then you lose everything, it sucks. But it's $800 a month. It doesn't. It's not this drastic blow. So people mistakenly think that the people who've been making good money all this time are somehow less affected. But quite often these people, my father was one of them. My father never saved a dime. He always expected to have that weekly income. And all of a sudden, when somebody takes away for 3 months, you're going to see people jumping out the window and killing themselves for sure. And it's not going to be the poorer people. It's going to be the more well-to-do people who are going to.
I would say because the poor, I know how to handle nothing, being the scum of the earth. You know, I could walk into a Wendy's and eat from the salad bar and not give a shit that I'm walking out. You know, like I know how to play in the filth.
Jesus.
I was born in the darkness. You guys don't know how to play
You're the
in
real
the
thing.
streets in the
They have
filth.
that salad bar anymore, Greg. That's just you hop in the counter and put your face in the lettuce. They got rid of that years ago.
Dude, I told my landlord, he was like, I paid rent, and he was like, if you need help. And I was like, listen, I got this month's rent. Next month, you better learn how to know how to fight, because you get me out of this place, it's going to be you and me in a bare knuckle brawl to get me out of this apartment.
But it is
He laughed,
true.
and I was like, it's serious.
It is true, because look, if the government gives you, if you get $600, $800 a month on a week on unemployment, and then you get other money, you're done. You're good. You're good. Now,
some people are making more money off of unemployment than they are like when they would have normally. They're getting the unemployment money for at least 4 months.
Well, that's turning out to be a problem. And actually, you know, I hate to say it, but the Republicans brought this up in when they were negotiating that stimulus or whatever you want to call it. And the New York Times, you know, lambasted them and called them greedy. But it really has proven to be a problem that because they beefed up unemployment so much, there's people who are able to make twice as much by not working as they were making. And a lot of these jobs were, I mean, listen, I wouldn't trade places with these people. I'm happy for them. They don't have to risk their health and all that. But we need people delivering groceries now. We need people to do all these jobs now. And a lot of them now are saying, well, fuck it. I can make $1,000 a week, you know, not have to go to work. I'm not going to risk my neck. And I mean,
who is getting $1,000 a week?
I think 8, but no, there's some calculation where they can actually make $1,000 a week.
Yeah.
And Amazon, it seems like they're being cheap because you'd think they could double wages now. You'd think they could, right? With all the groceries.
They should be killing it. Yeah.
And with the tips, but there is a shortage of people, and it's not much risk, at least in my neighborhood. They just drop it at your door and get back in the car.
Yeah.
But anyway, the government is competing now for lower wage earning, and it's causing it's causing difficulties. Again, though, I want to be clear. Although if I was one of them, I'd be very happy to not have to take a job where I had to risk getting sick. So.
Yeah, it's you know, it's scary, and I brought this up too. It's one of the things that sucks is that you can't bitch to anybody.
No, everyone's been.
You know, when something bad happens to you, there's something about going to your friend. This sucks, and them going, yeah, well, I know I can. They're just going, yeah, me too. Fucking sucks for me, for him, for her, for them. So we're all in it together, which is good, but it also
we're all
sucks.
on the same boat. You're right, but each one of us processes this situation differently. We're just different people, different characters, different worries, different, you know.
Yeah.
And so some people, I mean, I can feel my stress level going up because I don't have the security.
Yeah.
Somebody else, happy-go-lucky, will act a different way. They'll eat more.
Yeah, I know. If I see another famous person
or whatever.
If I see another famous person feeding their pack of llamas in their field, I'm gonna kill somebody.
You leave Arnold alone, man.
Oh, fucking!
Man's a hero.
I can't afford my 6-year-old. You got fucking a pack of llamas and chickens.
You got a small donkey or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
He's got cigars though. You're matching that with him.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about another famous person.
Who's that?
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Hey, what are you gonna do? Anyways, it is a tough time, but thank God, thank God for us. Thank God for stand-up comics.
Yeah, no, that's true. We have to look at the glass as half full rather than half empty. You know, it's got to be the mindset. But even with good mindset, it's hard.
I would say we should look at the glass a quarter full.
Yeah.
It's not half.
What are you drinking?
I'm into, this is soda water. Watermelon soda water. I got delivered. It's like fucking gold.
Yeah. But like you try looking at like the pandemic as like a thing, like, oh, you're like, all right, you know, I don't necessarily need to look at my phone as much. But then as we're in the 3rd week, you're like, I'm checking my phone all the time. I'm back to like, I'm probably even checking it more than ever.
I'm into fucking, I'm getting addicted to YouTube channels. I'm watching they're called narrow boats that do the canals in London. I can't stop watching this shit. I'm watching it, and it's just a camera in front of the boat going down a canal in London, and you hear go for an hour and 20 minutes, and I can't stop. I'm losing my mind.
Yeah. Are you getting in the house though, Bobby? Are you getting fresh air?
I have a house. I have a backyard, and we've been going out. And Max.
Today was at least a gorgeous day.
Yeah.
Next couple of days on Thursday is going to be really rainy and cold and what have you.
I just wish I had another kid right now. If I had another kid, at least Max would have somebody. This is going to be hard on a generation of kids because I don't know what this is going to do to kids. You know what I mean? To be out of school, away from their friends, to the social distancing for children. It's going to be interesting to find out what happens.
Bobby, if we would have planned this better, that would have been a great opportunity for Noam's son to jump in behind you and be like, I'm here, holding your kid.
Hey, Robert, why don't we do an episode with with everybody brings their kids on?
Yeah, I mean, we got to get comics.
He doesn't want to come out. He's shy. He's closing his door.
Izzy doesn't want to come out?
Yes, but Joe.
Oh, your grandson.
You know, he started crying the other day. He walked in, he was riding his bike, and he started crying. And I said, what happened? He says, I want a sibling. And I said, what brought it on? And he said his friend's sister learned how to ride a bike. Yeah. And the joy that it brought to his friend, he says, I'll never know that kind of a feeling. That's a 7-year-old.
Max said the same thing. He said last week, he said, I want a brother. And I was like, your mom's womb is dead. I can't give you that. But look at Noam's face. Nothing. I mean, nothing. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, but he has the power. He has the cards in his hand. He has 3 of them. And Nicholas.
I know. I might let Noam come over and see if his trigger still works. Maddie B, if the one he gave Dawn was a prodigy.
Fuck is that supposed to mean?
Just comes out, speaks Japanese. Arigato, papa. What? I'll give you a Manny and a Nicholas for that one. Well, listen.
Hey, 1 second, Gary. How is your wife coming along?
Good. So far she's healthy, but so we're supposed to go to New York Presbyterian. That's where she's supposed to give birth, and they still have that rule in place where I could be there for the birth, but then they kick me out right after.
How far along is she?
So she's 32 weeks. So she might have to get a C-section, which will also be a problem because then she could be in the hospital for like an extra day, and she'd have to do that all by herself. So she's kind of, she's pretty stressed about that.
Gary, as a person who saw our baby come out, and listen,
you're not missing anything.
Listen, stay home. Let me ask you a question. Do you like Italian food?
I love Italian food.
Okay, then stay the fuck home. Don't watch any of it. Chicken cacciatore, eggplant palm, a lot of dishes are going to be out the window. Again, nothing from Stone-Faced Noam. I feel like I'm watching. I mean, what the fuck? You chiseled. You're like a president on the side of a mountain.
I think I'm having a moment. I'm a little upset.
Well, that's what this show's about, is to make it.
Right, you said.
I don't know what the future holds.
That's what I feel too.
Can I say something? This morning, Noam called me and actually made me feel better.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
And then now for you to be this way, all the shit you said this morning is out the window. I'm going to be fucked all night.
No, I meant everything. I meant everything I said to you. My biggest worry is not the stuff we were talking about today. One worry I do have, we did speak about it, is that in September, if the kids start going back to school and this is still kind of out there, that's going to worry me every time they come home.
Yeah.
I haven't quite figured that out yet.
Do you think though that the new way, like we spray the packages, we wash our hands, we don't touch our faces. When I travel, I'm definitely wearing a mask from now on, no matter what. Do you think these things, this new way of living, where we're washing the kids' hands, we're really teaching them not to touch your face and clean yourself and cleaning all the stuff around us in the schools and in the stores and in the hotels. Do you think that's going to help at all?
Yeah, well, I saw some stuff on the internet today. Of course, it's not proven, but it seems that the countries where, more than anything else, the countries where they've been wearing the masks have had the flattest curves. Not the testing, and that seems to be the one thing which really seems to slow the spread is the masks. So yeah.
Let me ask you, Robert, what future road gigs do you have now? What do they offer you? What time frame?
Well, all my whole tour, the Creeps with Kids, got rescheduled, and all my dates did get rescheduled. But yeah, they're very tentative.
I was talking to Wanda yesterday, and she said her manager is holding off with any bookings till next year.
Yeah, because he can.
Yeah.
My guy, because she can sit out for a year and it not affect her at all.
He's got to work.
Well, that is not an option for me. My agent has to get me work in June, and then if it doesn't work, it has to be pushed to the next month, and there has to be work for me immediately because I need to work. Yeah. I can't take 3 months off. I can't take 6 months off. I can't do that.
I'm still hoping to do a brewery on Thursday.
I mean, I have dates that were moved until the fall, and I have dates in June that are still in there, but they're teetering. They're probably going to be moved. Everything in the summer in May. I have one in May. I have April's gone. That got wiped out this week. May and June, I have some dates. July, but it's going to be gone. I have July and August, a couple, and those are tentative too. Everything is tentative, and even next year.
We're thinking that in August maybe it's going to start coming back.
Yeah. Well, if it does, I'm fucked. So, I mean, I don't know what type of stimulus.
You know what you said before? We're all in the same.
But I don't care about any. No, I'm kidding.
Of course you do.
No.
Look, one thing I don't understand, and maybe somebody could help, is for the stimulus package for a comedian. If you're incorporated, how does that work? Like, what do you do?
I've researched it a little bit, and Noam actually sent me a thing today. If you're incorporated, there is a loan you can get, a grant that you don't have to pay back. But it's not. I mean, for me, it's gonna pay some bills, but it's not gonna sustain me for the fucking summer. But you can apply for workman's unemployment, but again, you have to get through, and you have to go. This process of it is going to kill you because it's hours and hours and hours on the phone. But whatever, you got to do it. But they could give you. So I know a comic got $74 a week. There's other comics that are making $800 a week.
Right.
It depends on what they give you and your taxes and what you made as a individual. So it all depends, dude. And to be quiet, and everybody's going to get the stimulus thing, and you're going to get that money, and that's going to be the fuck out the window come a few months. So I don't know, dude. I mean, I'm of course I'm doing other things. So I think it's time to look at other things.
Yeah.
I have my Patreon that I do a show every night now. I do content to give people on Patreon as much as I can. You know what I mean? So that all my fans will go over there and support me for the next 5 months.
Right.
With the price of a cup of coffee a month. You know what I mean? So, and there's other things that I'm doing. You just got to look outside of the box as a stand-up comic, because I don't think comedy is coming back the way we knew it a month ago anytime soon. So you have to look and see what else you can do.
I so hope that you are wrong.
I do too.
Oh my God.
I do too.
That's going to be the worst tragedy ever.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to come back. I think what's going to happen is they're going to start slowly. The people who've had the sickness are going to start getting incorporated back into it, and then they're going to need entertainment. And then comedians who've had the sickness are going to be able to work. All the immunities will start coming back in, and people will start playing. It might be less crowds at first, but I think it'll start working. I mean, people are going to want to get out. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. I'll go to Greg and then I'll go to Andy and I'll go down the line. If they said to you tomorrow, Noam was like, the cellar's open, I'm open, and come down, you want to do a show, would you do it tomorrow, Greg?
I mean, I think my heart would say, yeah, but I mean, with asthma and I got breathing problems, my wife wouldn't let me out of the house.
You're out.
House now.
Andy, are you in?
I think so.
Okay,
I feel
great.
Fine. I mean, take
Nathan, are you in?
Oh, I can answer for Nathan. Of
Go ahead.
course.
Gary, I know you don't work the club, but if you did,
this is my audition set in front of us.
Funny.
I can't because of my wife. She's pregnant, and then I would have by then, if it happens, I could have an infant. So I couldn't do it.
No, go ahead, Noam. What are you going to
say?
Greg,
thank your wife for letting you do this podcast.
Yeah, she almost didn't let me.
Bobby, you would do it? You would go down and do it?
In 5 seconds.
Yeah. Robert would do it, yeah.
In 5 seconds, I'd bring my own microphone. I would bring Lysol, and I would just be very careful, and I'd stay back from the crowd because these beautiful lips tend to spit. But yeah, I would do it in a second because number one, it's the only thing I ever did in my life. Half of my life has been on stage telling jokes. This is it for me. You know what I mean? So, and as far as the Cellar is that's my surrogate family. I mean, I've known this family I've been with them as long as I was with my family in Boston, maybe longer. So it's killing me not to walk in the cellar. It's killing me not to laugh and fight and dance and do all the shit that we do and then go on stage. So yes, I'd be back in a second. And financially, I would be back in a second. I would,
it's good that the SD sends out the lineups tomorrow, so we might be in there.
No, I do.
I got Tuesday. I have no idea.
I got a gun and
I'm saying this is the dancing.
SD's not going to be allowed down there until there's a vaccine.
That fucking kills me. That kills me.
Yeah.
We'll just set up a giant iPad for SD. Yeah.
We're going to set up an old old TV with a picture tube, right at the comedian table. Yeah. And SD gonna zoom right on that every night.
How about all the stages just become this little screen of SD? Those four,
like Max Headroom. Remember Max Headroom?
Yeah.
Max Headroom.
As you walk past other TVs, she shows up on other TVs. And actually walking with you.
We start having the in the olive tree, and people did not realize that I can see every stage. And I would just like, why are you wearing a coat on stage? Don't sit on the windowsill, in the headlight. Everybody was freaked out.
You know what's funny, SD, is that we should, when you're passing a comic, we'll just have an iPad downstairs, and we'll have a headset in, and we'll either give them the thumbs up or the thumbs down.
If the iPad is on, you made it. If it's off, just turned it off. She left. Sorry, empty screen. It's kind of like that Howie Mandel show with the lunch. This joke's over. I can't.
Nice talking to you. On that note, we should end this. It's been over an hour. Listen, everybody. Of course, Greg, I've seen you a bunch of times. Andy, Nathan, and what's Gary? No, Gary. Congratulations.
Why is that funny every time? It's always gonna be funny.
Gary, congratulations, man, on your baby. Be safe. Thanks, and when you have the baby, I'll come back on and send some photos. And SD, of course, we love you, and I'm so glad you came in and you come in and you make all of us feel at home like it's a Cellar. Noam, hey, listen, know this, buddy.
What?
We're all in the same boat, and we're gonna make it through, and we'll
promise.
Well, I'm trying to make them feel better, SD. The glass is half. Wait, well,
the glass is empty.
That's it.
If you need to talk to him, you call me. Call me tomorrow. But if you need to talk, you look so sad, Noam. I love you, buddy.
And special condolences to Michael Che's grandmother. That's a terrible story. I'm sorry.
And prayers to Hatem, everybody. Everybody who watches this, Hatem, make sure you send some.
Did you hear anything?
I text or speak with him every day. He's okay. He's okay. He doesn't.
Is he on the medication? Because I texted him twice, and he said that they still planning how they're gonna go about it.
I thought he said he started it last night. The medication.
Yeah. So prayers to him. And do you guys have anything to promote or any websites you're doing things where you're trying to compensate? Greg, what do you got?
Oh, if you could check out my podcast, the Rad Dudecast, you could donate to the Patreon. We're doing 4 episodes a week. That'd be nice. That's really it.
Andy, what do you got, buddy? Anything?
Yeah, we still got the Sirius XM shows. We're live every Thursday. Well, not live, but we got new content every Thursday. So check us out at 4 p.m. on Thursdays on Raw Dog 99. And miss everybody, love everybody.
All right,
hope everybody's safe.
Well, me too. I also love
special.
everybody.
We should tomorrow. Where we got to talk about Louis' special.
Oh, great! Yeah, we'll talk about that. Nathan, you got anything, bud?
Yeah, podcast Positive Anger out everywhere, and you can donate to it. And same deal. Super great seeing you guys. Miss seeing you guys down there. And
Gary,
thanks for having me.
Yeah, Ian Fidance and I, we're doing a cartoon. It's a daily cartoon. We put it out on Instagram. It's called Surviving with Gary and Ian, and just a cartoon about 2 roommates who are like living in the quarantine together.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're doing a roommate show?
Yeah.
And you skipped over me?
Star. Yeah. We're on America's Got Talent together. Oh man, I miss you, buddy.
Are you guys roommates now?
We never were, but I was his go-to fake roommate for years.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what are you gonna do?
But yeah, now it's Ian Fidance in cartoon form, and but yeah, so we're hopefully gonna do a Patreon, but we're doing that, and we post it on Instagram every day, every weekday.
All right, great. And mine is patreon.com/Robert Kelly. Me and the great Mike Calta do a show every night except Sunday, and my YKWd podcast live from the shed. Did an episode with Noam's up there. Of course, Colin Quinn, Jim Norton. This month it's Ari Shafir, and next month is Anthony Cumia. So you guys are great.
Did you ask me to do it?
I wanted you to do it. I talked to you last time, but as soon as we're done with the quarantine,
I know. I'm kidding. I'm teasing you.
No, absolutely. I'd love for you to come up and do it.
Can you fucking believe this is happening?
Oh,
crazy.
All right, listen.
Fucking the worst.
Crazy.
The worst case scenario. I would have never predicted something like this can happen.
This is not a movie. This is real life.
I know.
What's fucking happening?
Listen, the glass is a quarter full, Noam.
I'm serious, though. I can't fucking believe it.
Oh, he's breaking down.
It was smooth sailing the whole rest of my life. The kids, like, it was all smooth sailing.
You just found out about it right now.
Let it out, buddy. Go.
I mean, it's like there's no God, and if there is a God, fuck him.
I'd blow you away.
I had enough of his mysterious ways. I'm calling bullshit on that mysterious ways crap. Okay,
dude. If Noam's screen went black right now, I'd be freaking the fuck out.
Are you gonna have a Cedar? I know you don't.
Did you hear what I said, Esty?
That's why I'm asking you. That's what my point. You are gonna have a Cedar, aren't you? So you do believe a little bit.
He's gonna eat right.
All right, whatever. And if there is a God, if he can snap the universe into existence, you really give a shit what I say about him? Like the fuck?
I'll tell you, if there was a God, he's definitely going to try to get into the cellar for free.
Noam, I got this for you, buddy. Come on.
Oh God.
What is that?
He's gonna blow.
You got to click the audio button.
What is his name, though?
You can't hear it?
No, can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
Who is that guy?
Where's the fucking audio button?
He's a preacher, Esty.
Just blow.
Mike, play that,
Kenneth
would
Copeland.
you? Where's the audio button?
That's not. Is that his name?
I don't know.
He's gone.
It was pretty wacky.
Oh, it was beautiful. Ready? Here you go.
Who was that?
That was
That
Nick.
was a problem. That was a problem you could understand. You can get your arms around that. It was an ending. You can comprehend that.
I
Why has my face not gone down in color the whole
No,
time?
it's getting redder.
I
I'm
don't
worried
know.
now.
It's
You look Native
freaking.
American.
Yeah,
It's
man.
freaking me out. You have it.
It's the same sign as the brick wall.
Oh, the preacher. Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
Oh my God.
he blew Corona away today. This blew Corona away. It was.
I'm coming for you, Corona. I'm coming for you, Daddy. In a steel
Silver
cage
Dome,
match.
He fucking blew it away.
That guy's got devil eyes.
That guy's horrifying.
Oh, they're making $1 million on this fucking.
Yeah.
Religions are back. Watch this. He blew.
Oh man, I gotta watch this.
Oh, he blew it away. He fucking blew Corona. Look at him. Oh yeah, this guy.
Oh.
He is fucking nuts.
Oh my God.
So Corona will be gone tomorrow because he blew it away today.
I really feel bad if anybody's offended by what I said about God. You know, I mean, it's really not my fault. He made me a Cancer, so he should understand my psychology. But
I am a Cancer, and I think.
You believe what?
In God.
Yeah, I was making a joke about how ridiculous astrology is, but yeah, I come on, I said there's no God. He wouldn't have done this. This is just ridiculous.
Yeah, the same thing people said during the Holocaust. If there is a God, they wouldn't let Holocaust.
Guys.
Wait, we're just getting started. This is not now. We have a show, Robert.
Guys.
Okay.
Guys. I don't know if this is true.
What?
I hope it's not. No, please. I hope it's not true.
Vic?
Yeah, is that not true, Vic Henley?
It's true.
It's true, but I don't think it's coronavirus. I heard he had a blood clot that I heard. That's what I heard.
I mean, I knew that he was on life support yesterday, and his brother said that they took him off life support because he had no brain function.
What? Vic Henley?
Yeah. I didn't want to bring it up in the middle of the. No, I'm not new about it.
I'm sorry. It just came up on my computer, and
Yeah.
so I mean, prayers to him and his family, and wow, crazy stuff. This is a fucked up time.
Jeez.
What are you changing your background for?
I was about to say he just went to the beach.
This is how we deal. This is how we deal.
He just went to the beach.
This is how we deal. No, I love Vic.
Okay, Robert.
Yes.
Okay, come on, go ahead. We'll edit out. Vic Henley passing, take 2. Go ahead.
Guys.
Fucking
Fucking
cut this
sad,
off.
God,
Vic Henley, man. Fuck. I walked into the comedy
Christ.
comic strip one night, and he said one of the funniest things. You know how, I mean, Vic's obviously a very nice man, but he was like, kind of cantankerous dude or whatever. There was the Bringer show, the late night show had bought a cake for Richie. All the comedians that did late night bought a cake for Richie. And Vic came into the comic strip, so he was so happy. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but he was drinking a latte, and he came in. He's like, "Hey, whose birthday is it?" And they go, "Oh, it's actually the late night comedians bought a cake for Richie." And he fucking snapped. He's like, "Are you out of your fucking mind? Why would you buy Richie a cake?" He starts screaming at everybody that's eating cake. He goes, "Anybody that eats that cake is not gonna make it in this business." And he's yelling at everybody. And this sounds weird now, but it was one of the funniest things I've seen in the city. And anyways, well, here we
That
are.
was terrible. He was a big part of the Cellar, and he was a big part of the whole comedy scene in New York for all those years. Everybody loved him.
For many years, yeah.
Yeah, Vic was
He's a great guy, man. I mean, he was on the. I remember one of my first road gigs when I moved to New York. I took a 13-hour bus ride to Virginia and to a college. I remember I made friends on this bus. That's how fucking long it was. And I got there, and I had to be cleaned for 25 minutes. And I remember Vic Vic was like, nah, man, you'll do it. You do it. You'll be all right. Just don't say fuck as much. Don't fucking say cocksucker. You can say shit once in a while. And he like saved my ass. He kind of gave me the headspace to do my joke so I can make that $500 I was making and jump on a 13-hour bus ride home. But yeah, he's a good guy, man. He was a really good and a funny guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a really funny guy.
He was in Bruno, right? Was it Bruno with Sacha Baron Cohen?
Bruno, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, boy. Well, there you go. We almost were out on a laugh.
Greg, give us another background.
Yeah, Greg, take us away.
Take us away, Greg. Give us another background.
Yeah, come on, get it.
It's really.
Let's all do a virtual background for.
I don't know how you do that.
We're all gonna be living. This is where we're all gonna be living to escape Corona.
That's great.
Oh, your bald head is the dick.
Look at Robert.
All right, listen, Hatem, we got everybody. God bless everybody.
You had that waiting all the way till the end of the show, Robert.
You had the ace.
I will. Let's get back here tomorrow night at 8:30. If you guys are watching, thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay inside, and we'll see you tomorrow. Mike, end it, would you?